in never before seen and somehow filmed footage. Watch how, what's his name again?
James Diamond.
Whatever, experiences Bitcoin for the first time.
I don't know who this guy is, but I want him and his Ribena dead.
As a disclaimer, this is not financial advice, and any and all likeness that I may have had to any of the heretofore seen persons is completely unfounded. And let me change this wallpaper. So we're not going to talk about him anymore. We know he's just looking out for us. We know he just wants what's best for everybody. And Reddit has put together a post of other people that were looking out for us and for our money. That includes the CEO of Kodak, who said digital photography has no future, and in an unrelated note, filed for bankruptcy in 2012. And then a man named Van Joki stated that development of mobile phones will be similar to PCs. Even with the Mac, Apple has attracted much attention at first, but they still remain a niche manufacturer. This will be in mobile phones as well. This is coming from the Nokia chief strategist. Yeah. Nokia, boy, did they blow their leads completely. I had a 3210. You may have had a 3310. They absolutely dropped the ball. Here's someone that wasn't trying to drop the ball. JP Morgan files patent for Bitcoin killer currency. This was in 2013. So, you know, that's interesting. But he's still looking out for your best interests. But in all seriousness, is this all of it? Is this the most damage? I mean, if you think about it, we're still way up from last month. This was all that a coordinated attack from the Chinese government, even though they're not really attacking cryptocurrencies. In fact, what they've done is potentially a good thing for crypto in the long term. You know, we still need to work out what they're going to do with exchanges, but... And then a big bank CEO saying it's a scam. This is it. You know, that price is still pretty high. It looks like a good buying opportunity, especially for that guy that was waiting for the 4K train. I'm getting on that train. Finally. Yes, I'm going to make it. You know, the bank could have said something like, you know, it's a nice idea. Distributed ledger technology where people can control their own money. Nope. Full on scam. Gonna blow up. You know, he couldn't have used harsher language. So he really is attacking it. Now, if you don't have haters, then maybe you're doing something wrong. Because jealousy is a thing. And if someone looks at you or looks at a thing and thinks, I wish I would have done that, or wish I could do that, and gets jealous and hates on you for it, you know, that's nothing to do with you. That's how they feel. You didn't really have any say in the matter. But you can look at them feeling that way towards you as a sign of success, as a compliment. So this whole thing of these people using these strong terms, scams, gonna blow up, it's this bullish sign of success. Honestly. And currently at the moment, we're purging the weak hands that potentially have never encountered something like this before. Oh, it's a scam. I didn't know. Let's get out of it. Not realizing that Bitcoin has been declared dead or scam or whatever 160 times now. More so, but documented. JP Morgan's statement being the 160th, and there'll be more. And we will go up again, and we will go down again, and we will go up again. This is the ride that we know and love, the ride of Bitcoin. Genesis Mining are driving around with this sign, which I thought was pretty cool. Poor guy being victimized. We know what happened. You and I have seen what happened. He feels like that for a reason. For interest's sake, let's say, hypothetically speaking, let's go for a doomsday scenario. The US is going to ban all exchanges. I don't think that's likely at all. But let's explore this doomsday scenario. What would happen if the United States government made that statement? Immediately, we see a huge sell-off. We would see the price come crashing. And people would be doing it because they're worried that they won't be able to trade their Bitcoin for USD in the future. And that is fair enough. You know, you can't pay your taxes with Bitcoin. Holla at Switzerland. You can't pay for a few things. In Bitcoin, USD is more widely accepted. But what would happen immediately after that? The thing about the US dollar is it's used so many places in the world. For example, the country of Ecuador uses the US dollar as its currency. They could ban American exchanges, but then you have the inevitability of other offshore places allowing Bitcoin to USD, especially with the amount of need that there would be for it. Imagine all the exchanges are banned in the United States. How many millions of customers is the next exchange going to get saying, you know, we do USD Bitcoin? There's too much in it for too many people for a worldwide clampdown to ever really take effect. So this is how Bitcoin gets stronger. Even in the doomsday scenario, Bitcoin is still resilient. It will be more resilient in future. Those that have held through this dip won't be scared off at the next one. And there will be a next one. And there'll be great soaring heights as well as dips in the future. They'll have been here before. They'll have seen it. They'll be stronger in the future. Bitcoin as a whole will be stronger. Will it be stronger tomorrow is a question a lot of us would like to know. I didn't know it would come down 10% yesterday. Kind of surprising. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but it seems to have already kind of bouncing back. Could we see it go further? Is there a floor? Is this the floor? We don't know. We just don't know. But if we have a look at what's doing well, Patient Tory, kind of struggling to stay in the top 100 at the moment. It's been around for a long time, has Patient Tory. My only issue with this is that it's got a nice idea, but it doesn't have any partners. So until they have a company which signs on and says, you know, we're a hospital, we've got this chain of hospitals, we'll start using your systems, then, you know, it has no value. It's speculation rather than investing, and there's still been no news. Not sure why it's pumping. There isn't any anything on the social media. The Reddit's kind of quiet. There's nothing on the Twitter. This is a problem that Ethereum has to some extent, where it's got all these things that it says it will be able to do, but currently we can't do them. For example, if I want to sell a house, I still need to go to registry office, even though it would be pretty cool to do it through a smart contract. It'd be cheaper, less manpower, faster. At least that's the claim. But at least Ethereum has a ton of teams behind it. The Ethereum Enterprise Alliance is huge, so at least it has that. That's why there's bullish sentiment behind Ethereum. Patient Tory has of yet, I can check the website, yet to announce any major partners. They say they will help healthcare organizations. They say they will help patients. Maybe they will. As of right now, I don't understand a pump, but maybe I'm missing something. Let's see what else. IO coin. Very briefly, this is kind of like the nerdy coin, you could say. You can tell what kind of market they're appealing to when they say 4 megabyte blocks AES 256 encryption based as one of the first things. Very briefly, this allows you to store messages and documents in the blockchain itself and is said to be quantum computer attack resistant, which is not an issue we face at the moment, but when they become mainstream, which 5, 10, 15, 20 years, I don't know how long that's going to take. That'll be an interesting thing to see what happens with that, because apparently Bitcoin is not quantum computer attack resistant, but I'm sure with the minds that we have behind Bitcoin, we can upgrade it to a point where that wouldn't be an issue, hopefully. As for what's falling, well, you don't have to look very far. A lot. Even in the last 24 hours, big losses. Some of these coins will suffer from losses much harder than others. Potentially, there's a lot that got in at the ICO stage. Potentially, the market's not very big for it. For those guys, it's going to hurt more than usual. But then it's even easier for them to bounce back. It doesn't actually take a lot of money for some of these coins to go up 50%. And here's the thing about the price. It's kind of weird, especially for these altcoins. Say, for example, I created 100 coins. We can call it Crypto Daily coins. The only coin that you can use to... yeah, we'll find out a use for that later. 100 coins, and I sell one to someone else for... let's say this. I sold it to myself for like 3.5 Bitcoin or whatever. Let's say $10,000. Sold it to myself on an exchange. The exchange picks it up. CoinMarketCap picks up the price of that Bitcoin, picks up the price of that coin that was sold as $10,000. It looks at how many there are in total. There's 100. So that means that all of a sudden I have a total market cap of $1 million. But how realistic is that? That's what happens to a lot of exchanges. The money behind it is kind of an illusion. It's not really an illusion, but yeah, just something to think about. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.